Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, students? Is my voice clear? Tell me in your chat box. Is my voice clear? Okay. Alhamdulillah, I'm fine, beta. How are you all? Walaikum assalam, Rumesa. Okay, beta, this is your lecture number 24. And today we are going to discuss the physical features of Pakistan. And this is your chapter's name, Land and Climate of Pakistan. And today, actually, we are going to discuss the physical features of Pakistan, and the topic is mountains. In our previous week, I also discussed with you the topic mountains, the first part of the topic mountains, which is included in the topic physical features of Pakistan actually. So, first of all, open your books, page number 51 and 52, and then you have a copy, you have a pen or pencil with you, so you can underline the important lines. Walaikum assalam, all of you. No, beta, today we are going to discuss our topic, and tomorrow I will dictate you the whole questions, inshallah. So, um, you have to maintain your indices in well manner, and be ready for the copy work tomorrow, inshallah. Today I am going to explain you the topic mountains. And in previous week we also discussed about the topic mountain, and that was the first part of that topic. And today I'm going to discuss with you the second part of this topic. Is it clear? Okay. Take your pencils with you and open your book as well. First of all, I will give a review of our previous lecture, so you can connect the next topic with the previous topic. Okay. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. So, first of all, we are going to discuss our today's topic, northwestern and western mountains. But in our previous lecture, you can see on page number 51, we are going to discuss actually the topic physical features of Pakistan. So, the land surface of Pakistan can be divided into the following physical features, as I told you in our previous lecture, that are the physical features are mountains, plateaus, plains, and deserts, and the coastal areas. But today we are going to discuss the topic mountains. And in our previous lecture, I told you that the mountains of Pakistan are divided into two parts. So these two parts are north and northeastern mountains, which I had discussed with you in our previous lecture. And today we are going to discuss the second part of the mountains, and that is the northwestern and western mountains. Is it clear? Okay. So open your book, and you have to look at page number 54 exactly. So open your books, and you have a pencil with you, because I'm going to underline the important lines of this topic as well. So you have to underline the important lines. So beta, first of all, you can see that the mountain ranges situated in the northwest of Pakistan are also known as western branches of Himalayas. And what is Himalaya? If you remember that Himalaya is the basically first part of the first as I told you in our previous lecture, the north and northeastern mountains also have two parts, Himalayas and Karakorams. Is it clear? This is the second part of the mountains, and when we discuss the first part, that is actually north and northeastern mountains. So north and northeastern mountains have also two parts, like Himalayas and the Karakoram. So the northwestern and western mountains, these mountain ranges also situated in the northwest of Pakistan and are also known as the western branches of Himalayas. यानी ये इनको भी हिमालय की वेस्टर्न ब्रांचेस बोला जाता है. ये हिमालय की मगरबी शाखें जिसे कहा जाता है वो हैं. That are not the like the branches of the tree, but these are the branches of the mountain ranges. इज इट क्लियर? सो यानी जो यहाँ पर पहला पार्ट हमने पढ़ा था, ईस्ट नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न हम पढ़े हैं, जब हमने नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न पढ़ा था उसके भी दो पार्ट्स थे, हिमालयस एंड कराक्रम. सो these ranges are also called the western ranges, known as the western branches of Himalayas. ये भी हिमालय के मगरबी हिस्से हैं. So as compared to the northeastern mountains, these are less in height. But अगर हम इनको previous वाले mountains के साथ eastern, यहाँ हम पढ़े western, तो keep in mind that ranges were in previous week which we have discussed are the northeastern. Now we are going to discuss western. So these western mountains are the part of eastern mountains like Himalayas. Especially these are the part of Himalayan mountains. So when we compare these today's mountains and these mountains which we discussed in our previous lecture, so as compared to northeastern mountains, these are less in height. यानी ये height में कम है. जो हमने प्रीवियस वीक में डिस्कस किया वो हाइट में ज़्यादा थी, उनकी हाइट ज़्यादा थी, और ये जो नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न माउंटेन्स हैं ये हाइट में कम है. So many valleys, small rivers and passes are situated in these mountains. So there are many types of valleys, small rivers. आपको पता है ना कि जहाँ पर रिवर्स होते हैं वहाँ पर साथ में प्लेन एरियाज, वैलीज भी होती हैं पहाड़ों के दरमियान. तो सो there are many valleys, small rivers and passes are situated in these mountains. So these mountain ranges are divided into following parts. So northeastern mountain and western mountain, northeastern and eastern mountains were divided into two parts. Remember, Himalaya and Karakoram. And now today we are going to discuss northwestern and western mountains. So these mountains are divided into five parts. Is it clear? So first part is the Hindu Kush mountains, second the Kohe Safed range, then the Waziristan Hills and the Suleiman Range and the Kirthar Range. Is it clear? Any confusion? If you have any confusion, you can ask the question in your chat box right now. If you have any confusion, beta, ask the question. I will give you the answer. So then, after that, we will discuss the next part. Okay, Fatima. Everything is clear in your mind? All of you? Okay, that's great. Okay, okay. So now we are going to discuss first of all the Hindu Kush mountains. Is it clear? So look at this. These mountains take off from the western side of Pamir Plateau, which is located to the west of the Karakoram. अब ये mountains जो हैं ये कहाँ से शुरू हो रही हैं? Take off from the western side of the Pamir Plateau. Pamir Plateau जो है उसकी western side से ये mountains शुरू हो रही हैं और ये कहाँ तक located हैं? ये कराकरम तक जाती हैं. Is it clear? ये कराकरम तक जाती हैं, and Tirchmere is the highest peak with a height of 7,690 meters. So underline these lines. These are most important lines that कि ये कहाँ से हिंदुकुश माउंटेन शुरू हो रही हैं. ये माउंटेन स्टार्ट हो रही हैं पामीर प्लेटू की मगरबी साइड से, यानी वेस्टर्न साइड से शुरू हो रही हैं, और इनकी हाईएस्ट जो इनके अंदर हाईएस्ट पीक है इसकी लोकेशन में, वो है टेट्समीर. एंड द हाइट ऑफ टेट्समीर इज 7,690 meters. Is it clear? So these mountains are covered with snow during the winter. यानी ये जो हैं ये स्नो से भरी रहती हैं थ्रू आउट द winter. Is it clear? So these mountains are covered with snow throughout the year. So throughout the winter, sorry. So the Hindu Kush mountains form a barrier to the movement of rain-bearing winds. Is it clear? The Hindu Kush mountains form a barrier to the movement of rain bearing winds blowing from the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. यानी बंगाल खलीज बंगाल जिसे कहते हैं वहाँ से और अरेबियन सी से जब ये रेन बियरर विंड्स आती हैं तो कौन बैरियर बन जाता है? यही हिंदुकश माउंटेन्स. क्यों बैरियर बनते हैं? इट मीन्स रुकावट बनते हैं. और उससे क्या फ़ायदा होता है कि जितनी मूनसून रेनफॉल है वो यहाँ पर हो जाती है. इन पहाड़ों की वजह से, इन माउंटेन्स की वजह से जो बे ऑफ बंगाल और अरेबियन सी से विंड्स आती हैं, जो रेन बियरर होती हैं, यानी उनके अंदर बारिश का पानी होता है, वो यहाँ आकर रुक जाती हैं, इन पहाड़ों के दरमियान में स्टे करती हैं, जिसकी वजह से मॉनसून सीजन जो है वो स्टार्ट होता है. इज इट क्लियर? गुलाम फातिमा बेटा. ओके. So these mountains are the barrier between the barrier for the winds which are blowing from the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. एंड उससे क्या फ़ायदा होता है कि यहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश होती है, उनकी मूवमेंट यहाँ आकर रुक जाती है. सो दे कैन नॉट क्रॉस दीज माउंटेन्स एंड कॉज रेन्स इन पाकिस्तान एंड इंडिया एज वेल. इज इट क्लियर? पाकिस्तान और इंडिया में बारिश का सबब बनती हैं. ये जो माउंटेन्स हैं ये वहाँ से आने वाली हवाओं को, अरेबियन सी से और बे ऑफ बंगाल से आने वाली हवाओं को रोक लेती हैं, और फिर वो बारिश का बायस बनती हैं, जिसको हम मॉनसून सीजन भी कहते हैं. उसका वो यहाँ पर रुक जाती हैं और बारिश का बायस बनती हैं. Also, these mountains are the source of stopping the severe cold winds blowing from the Central Asia. इज इट क्लियर? सेंट्रल एशिया से आने वाली जो यख बस्ता या बहुत ठंडी हवाएं होती हैं, ये उनके दरमियान भी एक बैरियर बन जाती हैं, या उनको उसके क्या फ़ायदा होता है? दे कैन नॉट रीच द प्लेन्स ऑफ पाकिस्तान एंड सेव द पीपल फ्रॉम इंटेंस कोल्ड. शदीद सर्दी से बचा लेती हैं ये माउंटेन्स जो हैं, हिंदू कश माउंटेन्स, पाकिस्तान को शदीद सर्द हवाओं से बचा लेती हैं. वो हवाएं अपना ज़ोर ख़त्म कर देती हैं, कम कर देती हैं सर्दी का, जब वो हिंदुकुश की माउंटेन से टकराती हैं या इनको क्रॉस करती हैं तो. इज इट क्लियर? एनी क्वेश्चन? So you have to underline all these lines. First of all, you have to underline that these mountains take off from the western side of Pamir Plateau. Secondly, the highest peak of the Hindu Kush mountains are Terchmir, and then these are the barrier for the rain-bearing winds. And the fourth one, which is present in your book, that these mountains also these mountains are also a great barrier for the cold winds coming from the Central Asia, and these mountains can easily save our country and our people from severe cold. Okay. Okay, next one. So you can see the beautiful picture of Hindu Kush mountains. These are the Hindu Kush mountains, and you can see that these are not the highest mountains. The height is low there, so you can see that these are the beautiful mountains which are called the Hindu Kush mountains. Next one is the Kohe Safed range. The mountains range is in between the Khyber Pass and Karram Pass. It is called Karram. कररम पास. सो ये माउंटेन्स कहाँ हैं? ये इन बिटवीन द खैबर पास एंड करम पास के दरमियान हैं. मच ऑफ इट इज इन पाकिस्तान एंड अ स्मॉल पार्ट is in Afghanistan. So underline these lines. Most of the part of these mountains are present in Pakistan, and a very small part of these mountain is in Afghanistan. So the peaks of Kohe Safed are covered with snow throughout the year. तो इन ये कोहे सफ़ेद जो हैं ये भी थ्रू आउट द ईयर कवर्ड रहते हैं. द करम रिवर फ्लोज इन द साउथ ऑफ द कोहे सफ़ेद. अंडरलाइन दिस लाइन. द करम पास यानी करम रिवर जो है आपने देखा कि ये किसके दरमियान है? दर्रा खैबर और दर्रा करम के दरमियान है. तो इसीलिए वहाँ से कौन सा दरिया गुजरता है? करम रिवर. तो करम रिवर जो है वो फ्लो करता है इसके साउथ में कोहे सफ़ेद के. and the Khyber Pass located in the Kohe Safed join Pakistan and Afghanistan. So underline this line also कि इसमें आप देखिए जो खैबर पास है वो लोकेटेड है इन द कोहे सफ़ेद जो कि ज्वाइन करता है किसको? पाकिस्तान और अफगानिस्तान को. इज इट क्लियर? सो आई विल रिपीट द टॉपिक once again and you have to underline these lines. Is it clear? So I'm going to read the most important lines. So look at your book and underline the most important points. First of all, you have to underline that the mountainous range is in the between Khyber Pass and the Karam Pass. And you have to underline also the line, much of it is in Pakistan and a small part is in Afghanistan. So the Kohe Safed the height of the Kohe Safed range is 3,600 meters. And the peaks of Kohe Safed are covered with snow throughout the year. This is not important, but you have to underline the Karam river flows in the south of Kohe Safed and the Khyber Pass located in Kohe Safed which joins Pakistan and Afghanistan. Is it clear? So Khyber Pass is located in Kohe Safed, which joins Pakistan and Afghanistan through these mountain ranges. And the name of these mountain ranges are the Kohe Safed. So you can easily understand now that there are two passes, Khyber Pass and Karam Pass. And the Karam River flows there, and the Khyber Pass is also there, which connects Pakistan and Afghanistan. So these are the beautiful mountain ranges of Kohe Safed. You can see the snow-covered mountains of the Kohe Safed. Next one is the Waziristan Hills. So the area between Karam Pass and Gomal Pass is known as Waziristan Hills. Is it clear? Which area? The area between the pass, Karam Pass and Gomal Pass. That was Kohe Safed was the mountain ranges were in between the Karam Pass and Khyber Pass. Now this area, the Waziristan Hills, are the area which is in between the Khyber Pass and Gomal Pass, and that is known as Waziristan Hills. And three rivers, important rivers, are flowing there, like Gomal, Karam, and River Tochi. Is it clear? Flow through these passes, these two passes. These three rivers pass through these two passes, Karam Pass and Gomal Pass. So the Gomal Pass is famous for trade between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Same like Khyber Pass, Gomal Pass is also connected with Pakistan and Afghanistan as well. So Gomal Pass is famous for trade between Pakistan and Afghanistan. So look at your book. First of all, we will underline the most important lines of this point. The area, as I told you, the area, remember, इस एरिया को याद रखें कि ये एरिया कहाँ है, ये करम पास और गोमल पास के बिल्कुल सेंटर में है. और ये जो माउंटेनियस एरिया है ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट एरिया है, बिकॉज यहाँ से 3 दरिया गुजरते हैं. और वो दरिया कौन से हैं? दीज रिवर्स आर गोमल, Karam, and Tochi. So underline these lines, and you can see on your book that the Tochi Pass leads to Ghazni, a famous city of Afghanistan. अफगानिस्तान का एक मशहूर शहर है गजनी, और ये वहाँ से गुजरता है. ये दरिया जो है ये वहाँ से गुजरता है. इज इट क्लियर? सो ये
ऐसे
दरिया,
ही है ये।
ओके. So these rivers flow through the Karam Pass and Gomal Pass, and especially the Tochi River flows through the important city of Ghazni, which is a very famous city of Afghanistan. The Gomal Pass is famous for trade between Pakistan and Afghanistan. So it is a very important site for trade and between Afghanistan and Pakistan. So the cantonment of Dera Ismail Khan and Banu are located in these hills. What is the meaning of cantonment? Write your answers in your chat box. What is the meaning of cantonment? So the cantonment of Dera Ismail Khan and Banu are located in these hills. यानी इन पहाड़ी सिलसिलों के दरमियान में डेरा इस्माइल खान का कैंटोनमेंट एरिया और बनू का कैंटोनमेंट एरिया जो है वो इन्हीं जगहों पर, इन्हीं हिल स्टेशंस के दरमियान या इन जगहों पर वो मौजूद है. And what is the meaning of cantonment? Very, no, Fatima. Anyone else? Look at the picture. This is the picture of Waziristan hills, and you can see that the mountains are not very high, and there are 3 rivers, and between these mountains. So you can see the picture of Waziristan hills, and give me your answer, please. What is the meaning of cantonment? Okay, the
हम्म,
meaning of cantonment is Kent area. Is it clear? यानी वहाँ पर जो कैंट एरिया है, आर्मी एरिया को आप बोलते हैं ना, तो वहाँ पर जो आर्मी एरिया है वो मौजूद है डेरा इस्माइल खान में और बन्नू में. तो ये वहाँ का जो है वो कैंटोनमेंट एरिया है, यानी डेरा इस्माइल खान और बन्नू में आर्मी एरिया है इन पहाड़ों के दरमियान में. सो द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट कैंटोनमेंट ऑफ डेरा इस्माइल खान एंड बन्नू आर लोकेटेड इन दीज हिल्स. सो अंडरलाइन दीज लाइन्स, दीज आर most important lines. All the lines which I am going to repeat, please underline these lines, especially the height of the Waziristan hill. What is the height of, average height of Waziristan hill? The height of Waziristan hill is almost 1500 to 3000 meters. So underline the names of 3 rivers, important rivers, and the river Tochi pass leads to Ghazni, a famous city of Afghanistan. So the Gomal Pass is famous for trade. Underline this. यानी आपने देखा कि जो टोची है वो पास जो है वो लीड करता है गजनी की तरफ, जो कि अफगानिस्तान में है. और इसी तरह से गोमल पास जो है वो कहाँ से गुजरता है? वो क्या उसका क्या फ़ायदा है? दैट इज़ द इम्पोर्टेंट पास फॉर द ट्रेड बिटवीन पाकिस्तान एंड अफगानिस्तान. देन देयर इज़ अ कैंटोनमेंट एरिया ऑफ डेरा इस्माइल खान एंड बनु is are also located in these hills. So underline all these lines, and you can see the picture of Waziristan Hills. Okay. Number 4, the Suleiman Range. So it begins in the south of River Gomal. If you can, if you look at these 4 points, you can see that every mountain range is connected with the previous. So in our previous topic, we discussed the Waziristan Hills, where we discussed the Gomal River. So it begins in the, so the Suleiman Range starts in the south of River Gomal. So its highest peak is Takhte Suleiman. Is it clear? Its highest peak is Takhte Suleiman, which is 3,487 meters above from the sea level. So the most important river of this region is the Bolan River, and which flows through the Bolan Pass. यानी ये जो बोलान पास है, यानी दर्रा बोलान है, उसमें वहाँ से जो रिवर गुजरता है उसको भी बोलान रिवर कहा जाता है. एंड दिस पास कनेक्ट्स कोयटा विद सिब्बी. और ये जो दर्रा बोलान है ये कनेक्ट करता है सिब्बी और कोयटा को, यानी कोयटा को सिब्बी से कनेक्ट करता है. कोयटा इज़ एन इम्पोर्टेंट कैंटोनमेंट एरिया ऑल्सो सिचुएटेड एट द एंड ऑफ द बोलान पास. आर रेलवे लाइन पासिस थ्रू दिस एरिया टू कोयटा. एक रेलवे लाइन भी यहाँ पर आती है, इस एरिया से गुजरती है, इन सुलेमान रेंजेस के अंदर से, माउंटेन्स के अंदर से, विच passes through Quetta and then goes towards Zahedan. Zahedan is the city of Iran. Is it clear? So this railway line passes through this area towards Quetta and then goes towards Zahedan. And Zahedan is the city of Iran. Is it clear? So I repeat that the Kohi Suleiman, or you can see say the Suleiman range, it begins in the south of the river Gomal. Yani river Gomal के south से ये शुरू होता है, and its highest peak is Takhte Suleiman. Underline these lines. And the height of Takhte Suleiman is, because हम जो पीक की हाइट बोलते हैं वो उस रेंज, माउंटेन रेंज की हाईएस्ट पीक होती है. तो उसकी हाईएस्ट पीक क्या है? तख्ते सुलेमान. और उसकी हाइट क्या है? 3,487 meters above the sea level. So the most important river of this region is Bolan River. Underline this line, and also underline that this pass connect Quetta with Sibbi. Bolan Pass connects Quetta with Sibbi, and Quetta is an important cantonment area as well. And our railway line also passes through this area to Quetta and then towards Zahedan in Iran. Is it clear? Okay. Any confusion? If you have any confusion, you can ask the question. I will again explain to you. Okay, Zimil. Okay, thank you. Okay, you can see the mountain ranges of the Suleiman ranges. These are these mountains look like the mountains of Kohe Safed, but these are the mountains of Suleiman range, and these are also covered with snow throughout the winter. So last one, the Kirthar range. It lies on the south of the Suleiman range. Now we have discussed the Suleiman range, and then The Kirthar range also connected with the from the south with Suleiman range and along the western edge of the lower Indus Valley. So ये किस तरह से हम इसको समझेंगे कि ये जो माउंटेन रेंजेस हैं ये जनूब में यानी साउथ में सुलेमान रेंजेस जो हैं ये किसके साथ जाकर होती हैं कनेक्ट होती हैं वादिय सिंध में कनेक्ट होती हैं. इज इट क्लियर? इंडस वैली में इंडस वैली के साथ जाकर ये कनेक्ट होती हैं. If you imagine, then you can understand that now these mountain ranges are nearer to the Sindh Valley, Indus Valley. So keep this in your mind that it lies on the south of the Suleiman Range and along the western edge of the lower Indus Valley. These are low dry mountains. अब ये क्या है? ये बहुत लो हैं mountains और dry mountains हैं. ठीक है? मतलब इसमें ये यहाँ पर रेनफॉल बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है और यहाँ पर ग्रीनरी बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है. सो ऑन देयर साउथ फ्लो द हब एंड लियारी रिवर. इनके साउथ में क्या फ्लो करता है? हब रिवर एंड लियारी रिवर. इज इट क्लियर? विच अल्टीमेटली fall in the Arabian Sea near Karachi, and the highest point in this range is Gorak. इज इट क्लियर? यानी ये तो बहुत लो रेंज माउंटेन्स हैं और इनकी हाईएस्ट पॉइंट जो है वो है गोरख, उसका नाम है. एंड द अंडरलाइन दीज लाइंस ऑल्सो, यानी इसका क्या है? ये सब जो ये दोनों हैं इनके जनूब में दरियाई हब और लयारी नदी है. यानी किसके जनूब में? इन द साउथ of the Kirthar ranges, there flow the Hub and Liari river, which ultimately fall in the Arabian Sea near Karachi. और ये आखिर में कराची के करीब बहीरा अरब में फ्लो कर जाते हैं, उसके अंदर शामिल हो जाते हैं. एंड द हाईएस्ट पॉइंट इन दिस रेंज इज गोरख. सो अंडरलाइन all these lines are most important lines. So look at these mountains. You can see that these are very, very low mountains, and you can see some plain areas here because इनकी हाइट जो है वो बहुत कम है. ये लो हाइट की माउंटेन्स हैं, इसलिए इनका आप देख सकते हैं कि इनके ये माउंटेन्स बिल्कुल भी जैसे हम हाईएस्ट माउंटेन देखते रहे हैं, यहाँ पर हमने देखी सुलेमान रेंजेस की देखी या इसके अलावा हमने दूसरी माउंटेन्स देखी, बट दीज आर वेरी लो हाइट माउंटेन्स which are present in the Kirthar range. Is it clear? So first of all, now I want to give you a review. Look at these names. So in the northwestern and western mountains there are many types of valleys, small rivers and passes, which we discussed in our today's lecture. So first of all, I want to give you a review of your today's lecture. The Hindu Kush Mountains, it has many sub mountains or mountain ranges. First of all, we discussed Hindu Kush Mountains, Kohe Safed Range, the Waziristan Hills, the Suleiman Range, and the Kirthar Range. Now you have to give me the answers. Write your answers in your chat box. Then I will mark your attendance. If you will give me the answer, then I will mark your attendance. Okay. Okay, Rumesa. Okay, beta. Give me your answers. Where the Kohe Safed is located? Where Kohe Safed is Where is Kohe Safed located? Write down the answers in your chat box. After your answers, I will mark your attendance. How many parts are there of The northwestern and western mountains. How many parts are there of western and northwestern mountains? And also give me the answer that how many parts of north and northeastern mountains, which we discussed in our previous week's lecture. Yes, very good, Muhammad Abdul Rahman. Well done. Well done. Very good. Well done, Maida. Yes. Well done, Zimil. In a small part of Afghanistan. Okay, Fatma. I know. Well done. It is located at Khyber Pass between. It is located in between Khyber Pass and Karam Pass. Very good, Gulam Mustafa. Very good. Very good. And Hamza Madni. 24. What is this? Not 17. I have already told you in the start of the lecture how many parts of mountain ranges are there in northwestern and western mountains. Yes, Tabassum. Karam Pass, very good. Yes, Maida, well done. Yes, Tabassum, well done. Five parts, five mountainous ranges are present in northwest and western mountains. And how many mountain ranges are present in eastern and in north and northeastern mountains? How many mountain ranges are present in north and northeastern mountains? Yes, Nurulan, well done. Yes, Fatima, well done. Very good, Fozia. Well done. Two mountain ranges. And what are their names? Write down the names of two parts of north and northeastern mountains. Hurry up, beta. Hurry up, all of you. Well done. Write down the names of two mountain ranges of north and northeastern mountains. Yes, very good. Himalaya and Karakoram. Well done, Fatima. Very good. Very good, all of you. Well done. Lujain, Minahil Nadeem. Yes, well done, all of you, beta. Very good. Very good, Minahil. Himalaya and Karakoram ranges. Well done, all of you. Uh, Please learn these lines carefully. And that's all for today. Take care. Allah Hafiz.